With Hitman 3 getting rave reviews, a lot of people are finally realising this is a series worth paying attention to, and it's about time. So if you're new to the Hitman trilogy and a bit confused about where to start, which version of the game to play, and whether or not to just dive straight into Hitman 3, then this video is here to make things a little clearer. The best way to play the Hitman trilogy is to play Hitman 3 with all the levels from Hitman and Hitman 2 imported into it, for the following reasons. If you own the previous titles, you can access all 21 levels in one game. The older games get a visual overhaul, incorporating the fancy new graphics tech from Hitman 3, and the unlockable gadgets, weapons and tools from all three games can now be used across every mission. The thing is, accessing the levels from 1 and 2 in Hitman 3 is a bit tricky. That's because it's an Epic exclusive on PC until January 2022. And there's currently no way to tell Epic whether you own the two previous games on Steam. Epic is apparently looking into this at the time of speaking, but for now, your only option is to buy the levels. Unfortunately, the storefront and the various access passes on offer are confusing, to say the least. So, if you want absolutely everything in Hitman 3, including 2 expansion levels, pick up the Hitman 3 Access Pass Hitman 2 Gold Edition. This will give you access to all the level content from Hitman 1 and 2. If you already own Hitman 1 or 2 and don't own the third game, understand that having all the levels accessible in Hitman 3 is more about convenience than anything else, and the first two games still look amazing even without the visual boost. So if you own 1 or 2 but not 3, don't feel like you're missing out. Play through them and maybe Hitman 3 will be on sale by the time you're done. Then you can replay all the missions with nicer visuals, if Epic figures out a way for us to import them for free. So what's the best order to play the Hitman levels? If you care about story, play them in order. All the levels in the trilogy are linked, with Agent 47 going up against a shady cabal of powerful villains called Providence. Most of your targets are members, so following the story will give you extra context about who they are and why they deserve to die. But just know that the story isn't very good, and you might get bored of it pretty quickly. So you could treat Hitman like an anthology, ignore the intro cutscenes and just dive right into whatever level takes your fancy. This is a really fun way to play, because you can pick and choose your missions based on what type of location you'd like to visit, rather than following a set path. It's not like you're missing out on the narrative side of things entirely. Each mission has its own self-contained stories that are far better than the overarching plot. While you may think that the levels from the first game are worth skipping because they might be dated or somehow inferior to the new ones, that's far from the truth. Sapienza, Hokkaido, and Paris especially are among the best stages in the series. Hitman 2's levels are just as good, in particular Miami, Mumbai, and the Isle of Sgale. Of course, you could just start with Hitman 3, providing you don't care that the story, especially the final mission, will make no sense whatsoever. The first few times you play a mission, follow the mission stories. These handy in-game guides lead you towards interesting, entertaining ways to kill your targets, and they'll help you get used to how the stealth works and the layouts of the levels. When you're more comfortable with the game, then you can go in and dream up your own methods to complete the mission. This is a rich sandbox, and there are loads of ways to complete each job. That's everything you need to know to get started with the modern Hitman trilogy. For help finding the solution to the Dartmoor murder mystery, or for more details from our full review, there are links in the description below. Happy hunting, 47.